Here's your wrestling news for June 16th, 2021. And your headlines for today include why WWE took Universal title match off Hell in a Cell, several partners unhappy, Dominik Mysterio might not be back on SmackDown for a while, Becky Lynch at WWE Performance Center takes on a current NXT superstar, WWE finally advertised Bray Wyatt's Fiend return, Edge's return date and his next opponent revealed, WWE considering Wrestling World Cup tournament involving every brand, WWE making plans for Yoda character in NXT, Brandi and Cody Rhodes celebrate birth of daughter Liberty Iris Runnels, Kurt Angle trends as wild parking lot fight goes viral, and more. We are kicking off today with SmackDown, which hosted the Blue Brand's first Hell in a Cell match last night between Rey Mysterio and Roman Reigns, which was originally booked for this Sunday's pay-per-view. Now we know why the match was changed, as though the Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that, quote, "There's no involved reason that made any sense." It notes that the decision was made by Vince McMahon. It was decided on Thursday to switch the match to SmackDown, as WWE wanted to give Roman Reigns a big push on TV, and the match was always meant to put Reigns over anyway. Their report also notes that the match was more about allowing Reigns the chance to play a bully heel against the beloved Rey Mysterio, and the Tribal Chief did just that last night. Now Reigns has no challenger for tomorrow's pay-per-view, and we'll have to see who steps up to the head of the table in the coming weeks. Having a Hell in a Cell match on free TV should hopefully help SmackDown bring in more viewers, but whilst this was a win for Fox, not everyone is pleased. During the Mat Men Pro Wrestling podcast, Andrew Zarian reported that the USA Network wasn't happy at all for Fox to receive the Cell match, and although they aren't fuming, they aren't thrilled about the situation either. WWE's television deals with USA and Fox are one of, if not their biggest source of revenue, so it'd make sense for WWE to try and keep both networks happy. How WWE accomplishes this is unclear at this time, but with a Hell in a Cell match being moved from the pay-per-view to TV this week, we wouldn't be surprised if WWE does the same trick next month, moving a Money in the Bank ladder match to Raw to appease the network. More from SmackDown, as Dominik Mysterio took quite a fall last week, being powerbombed over the top rope to the floor by Roman Reigns, and though that fall uses a crash pad in reality, Dominik may not be around for the next few weeks. During SmackDown's opening segment, Rey Mysterio discussed the beating Roman Reigns gave his son, adding that he doesn't know when Dominik will be able to compete again. Rey added that he'll never forget the sound of Dominik's body hitting the floor, as WWE was all in on selling the devastating punishment the Tribal Chief inflicted on Dominik. It appears that WWE doesn't plan on having Dominik on TV for a while, though it's possible that line was only given to explain why the SmackDown Tag Team Champion didn't get involved in his father's Universal title match. 1 week after destroying Dominik, Reigns defeated Rey Mysterio inside Hell in a Cell, as neither champion proved to be capable of stopping the head of the table. With Rey Mysterio versus Roman Reigns happening last night, that means they won't face off this Sunday at Hell in a Cell, but the show will still have 2 Cell matches. On last night's show, the stakes were raised for the SmackDown Women's title match between Bianca Belair and Bayley, as it was confirmed that their match will take place inside Hell in a Cell. SmackDown also saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn continue their feud, with Zayn distracting his former friend during the tag match pitting Owens and Big E against Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz, and after the match, Adam Pearce booked Owens vs. Zayn for this Sunday's show. It'll be interesting to see who walks away from Hell in a Cell with a victory at what will hopefully be WWE's last pay-per-view inside the Thunderdome. Now, Becky Lynch hasn't been around for the past year, as she was last seen vacating the Raw Women's title to Asuka due to her pregnancy. Since then, the man has given birth to her and Seth Rollins' daughter Rue, and has remained in incredible shape ahead of a return. Now, that return may be very soon, as PW Insider reports that Becky Lynch was at the Performance Center this week training on her in-ring return, and was in the ring working out with Indy Hartwell, and it's also reported that the man was backstage during last night's SmackDown. Lynch was rumored to appear at WrestleMania 37, though that obviously didn't happen, and with fans set to return next month, the return of the man could definitely help sell some seats. More from Raw, as Bray Wyatt hasn't appeared since the post-WrestleMania 37 edition of the Red Brand, and there's been plenty of speculation on where he's been. It's been previously reported that the former Universal Champion doesn't have heat backstage and is being kept off TV deliberately, and now we know when to expect him back. In promotional material for WWE's upcoming 25-city tour, Wyatt is being advertised for the August 9th Raw in Orlando, Florida, the penultimate episode of the Red Brand before SummerSlam. Wyatt was last seen as a member of the Red Brand, so it doesn't appear he'll be jumping to SmackDown before his absence. We're not sure how WWE will use Wyatt, and this promotional material doesn't guarantee he'll be on TV, as the company has promoted people for events only to use them in dark matches in the past. The Fiend isn't the only notable name confirmed, as Edge is being promoted for the September 3rd SmackDown in Jacksonville, as he'll be sticking around after SummerSlam, where he's rumored to be competing. As to what either man will be doing on their shows is impossible to say at this time, but fans attending either show should expect something big either during or after the broadcast. Earlier this week, it was reported that the company is considering some special episodes later this year, reportedly at the request of USA Network and Fox. It's been noted that WWE is looking to bring back specials like the King of the Ring, Raw Roulette, and a Viewer's Choice special to help increase their viewership, and now we know more plans that are being pitched. According to Fightful, WWE is looking at the idea of holding a Wrestling World Cup, which wouldn't have anything to do with soccer other than sharing the name. The idea is that the World Cup would see all brands get involved, presumably in interpromotional matches across Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, and NXT UK. WWE is listening to a lot of suggestions right now, and one idea suggested by NBC Universal is a points month, where brands would keep score and determine a winner based on a point system that would include match wins, signature moves, and other factors. This points month idea might also cause a lot of fans to point out the fact that AEW has kept a ranking system since the company opened their doors. They rank stars using several factors that might be compared to this idea floated by NBCU to WWE. We're not sure how far along this idea is. Honestly, it sounds like a truckload of confusion waiting to happen, but crazier things have been greenlit in WWE. Over to NXT, and in recent weeks, Xia Li's angle is receiving a lot of focus, as she and Boa are bound to service a 1,000-year-old woman, but the situation is still shrouded in mystery. This Millennium Woman is played by Karen Q, who has been recovering from a knee injury, and she's reportedly on the mend and will be ready for action eventually. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that WWE's plan is for Karen Q, aka Mei Ying, to be an aged Yoda character, and though there are plans for her to wrestle, it'll be a much heavier martial arts style, which she'll be an expert in. Time will tell how soon Karen Q can get back in the ring, but in the meantime, WWE has made great use of her on the Black and Gold brand. We're heading to Japan next, as Kairi Sane is over there, working as an ambassador for WWE. But when not getting involved with WWE's Japanese commentary team, the former NXT Women's Champion has been hitting the books. On Twitter, Sane shared a new certificate she's received and explained that she recently earned a degree as a sports mental trainer and passed the exam on her first try. Sane explained that she started studying after a sad incident with a friend, and though she didn't specify who or what had occurred, the use of a pink flower led many to believe she was referring to the suicide of her friend and fellow wrestler Hana Kimura. This qualification is a big accomplishment for WWE's Pirate Princess as she continues her career out of the ring, and though she may one day return to the US as a superstar, she now has a new field she can fall back on. Over to AEW next, and we're sending our congratulations to Cody and Brandi Rhodes, who are celebrating the birth of their daughter. Yesterday, Cody made the announcement official that their daughter, Liberty Iris Runnels, is here, weighing in at 6 pounds 12 ounces. Odds are that Liberty Runnels' birth will be featured on the upcoming Rhodes to the Top reality TV series, as the production crew was filming content for the show the night Cody cut his passionate promo where he spoke about his soon-to-be-born daughter. This is the second AEW baby born this week, as Jon Moxley and Renee Paquette also became parents this week, and we're sending our congratulations to everyone at this joyous time. And we're ending today with WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, who was trending on Twitter yesterday for something he had nothing to do with. An Olympic gold medalist, Kurt is known for throwing people around in the ring. But this week, a video went viral of a fight in a parking lot where a woman called her boyfriend to rough up a coworker. This fight didn't go as the pair had planned, as the co-worker had some serious skills, and many people compared his fighting style to the former WWE World Champion. We're sure that Angle's notifications were blowing up with the amount of people who were comparing him to this tough co-worker, and perhaps this employee will get a call from WWE for a tryout, as he seems to be in the wrong line of work. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.